Hello, I'm Cody, and welcome to Session 11 of my Pillars of Eternity turn-based Triple Crown attempt. Last time, we destroyed an army of undead, rescued a little girl, freed some people from being stored as a pack lunch by a vampire, and looted a graveyard. This session, we'll enter the last building in this region and hope we can find out what's creating the undead in the area. Alright. The massive stone door of the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. I guess this time we won't be going into this last building. Been in all the... I guess this is just it. I'm done here? I could have sworn there was more to this place. Am I missing something? It's quite possible I'm missing something. Let's go talk to that vampire again. Looks as a Valtis's manor, if that doesn't lead to anything.
You return. What if you come seeking this? An incredible act of animancy. Of a magnitude this part of the...
Oh, it all looks like stuff I've done before. Maybe if I go talk to the quest giver who sent me here? Now that I've rescued the little girl, like perhaps that was a trigger for something, but let's check the Valtis's manor first. I can't go up. Doesn't look like I've missed anything, but... a hole. Guess I'm just done in Heritage Hill for now. Perhaps I have to come back later. Maybe that other building is part of the main quest or something. I honestly have no recollection, though I know I've done it in the past.
Hail, traveler.
I see the stench hasn't driven you away yet. What is going on in there? Both guards look at each other. It says though the other guard left ages ago. Look, even if I were allowed to tell you, I don't rightly know. All I can say is it is, whatever it is, started about 2 months ago. The guards that closed the gate talked of something unnatural that still wakes them in the middle of the night. I don't want to know any more than that. Alright, let's go talk to the lady that sent us there. I have the intense feeling I'm just missing something incredibly obvious, though. Oh, Zaida looks like she's had a bath and a few square meals. She smiles shyly. Any news from Heritage Hill? Let's see. Your guards were charmed by the spirit of a woman named Lyra. I've gotten rid of her. Her eyes grow round. By the flame, you found her? My missing commander? She heaves a sigh. and loses her gaze among the floor tiles. And she was culling the watch from beyond the grave. Doesn't make sense, but nothing in that accursed district does. What happened to the soldiers under her spell? I'm sorry, they didn't make it. I see. Nevertheless, thank you for your help. You've left me with as many questions as answers, but at least I know what happened to my troops. And Commander Lyra, please accept this as a token of my gratitude. That honestly makes me wonder if I could have saved them somehow. Let's see. Got 1,000 copper and some experience. No, I already went through that, I think. Huh. Okay. I guess the ghost was the only quest I was actually sent there for. Huh. Well, I've gotten a quest that I could send one of my companions on if I had a spare one, but I don't. It's quite unfortunate since it says it will expire in 2 turns, and I know turns happen to complete quests.
Turning purple. I'd have to cut it off.
I warned you not to pet him.
If I'm not supposed to pet him, why is he so soft?
I love that exchange. Very fun. But the only way to fill up my companions would be, I think, or get more companions would be to, like, complete quests, and completing quests passes turns, and, yeah, therefore it'll probably expire before I can get the next companion, though I guess I do think I can recruit one in, or start the chain that recruits one in this area, so I will beeline for it.
So many ruins to uncover, places to see.
Indeed. Though after 5 years, I'll be ready for a break.
It is true. You have been at it far longer than I. Where will you go next, when you have all the world to choose from?
Home, of course. God's damn that son of a girl.
The angry woman clenches her jaw and stares out towards the harbor with glimmering golden eyes. Eventually, sensing your presence, she turns her feathered head towards you.
Want to run it down on its luck, Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it.
She clenches her jaw and continues quietly.
As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
What's going on exactly?
Exactly. If I knew that, I'd be in a better mood. The only thing I know exactly is that Mestre Verzano is determined to wind up in a grave before the season turns.
The woman looks back at the warehouse for a moment and grimaces. After a slight nod in your direction, she storms off. Well, I mean, I know she's a companion. I do not at all remember the path of the quest to potentially get her to join me efficiently. Come, take a look at my wares. Exotic goods shipped straight from the Republics of Old Valia. Alright, let's sell some garbage. I'm sure I've got a lot to click on. Got enough money I could go buy the other soulbound item too, and that's a bit of traveling around for now. Onto one of those plate armors in case I decide I have a use for it. Ring that gives +1 con, might, and resolve, and Has a once per rest chance to revive a person who gets knocked out. That's pretty good. Reduced knockdown duration and a little bit of extra dex. Situationally interesting. Just plus to resolve, not bad. Modifies constant recovery. Doesn't say how. It's possibly reading all of this would give me a hint, but I cannot be bothered. Bonus focus gain. Grants Wild Strike burn. Nah. Bonus. Send for 2 turns. It's unclear exactly how that works, but it doesn't matter, there are only druids. You get dragon meat and dragon eggs for sale. That's interesting. Very expensive. You get a dog or a cat. Oh, some of the crafting components. That's good to know if I ever need them. How much was that ring? And who would wear it if I got it? I mean, there's a chance tossing it on Chie is a good idea. Probably I'd toss it on Canna. He's tanky
How do you do?
and could use it. 5 grand though. I mean, if I game over, all my money is useless. Certainly an argument. Just, yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah. Also sell some of this junk. Get rid of some of these too. Nice. Welcome to the Vilean Trading Company.
Greetings.
A young woman stands behind the counter, watching you with quick, intelligent eyes. Welcome. This is your first visit to the Vilean Trading Company, is it not? Please, let me know how I can assist you. Who are you? I'm the assistant manager of this warehouse. Currently, I help Verzano run things, but I'll take over when he retires, or when the company bosses back home decide it's time for new management. She rolls her eyes. What is this place? The Vilean Trading Company is an association of merchants from the Vilean Republics. We oversee trade deals and negotiations on behalf of our merchants. This is our warehouse, where we store goods in transit.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Let's see what...
It's done.
I shall make it so.
It's done.
A man stands in the corner of the warehouse, directing traffic. Gems wink from the many rings on his fingers as he points and waves at the laborers. His silk clothes, though finely embroidered, aren't new. You notice a couple mended seams around the shoulders, and a discreet patch on one elbow.
Welcome.
When he sees you, he throws his arms wide in an expansive welcome. Greetings! You have come to the warehouse and headquarters of the Vilean Trading Company. He consults a pocket watch. Some of the gold filigree has chipped away. But you are late. I sent word to the expedition hall yesterday. This delivery cannot wait. He snaps the watch shut. Who was that feathered woman? Ah, you must mean Pelagina. She's a paladin in the employ of the Vilean embassy, he chuckles. She's a good soldier, but not so good at taking orders. Too hot a temper, I'm afraid. She did seem angry. He laughs again. That is no surprise. She's a hothead. A woman in a brotherhood of paladins and touched by the gods in such a unusual way. Something else I can help you with? Or shall I return to my business? What's the delivery? He tugs at his beard. I must assume, then, that you are not from the company I contacted at the expedition hall. He waves a hand. But you are here, and they are not. It is a bag of bitter squash seeds, which are prized for their medicinal properties. Few merchants in Defiance Bay deal in them, but those who do know their value. Seems simple enough. Why ask me? A frown distorts his meticulous goatee. My own couriers have been robbed and beaten these past weeks. It would seem that some of my competitors resent my success. In any case, you are not a known associate. You would be left alone. And if not... He shrugs and grins. You look like you can handle yourself. And as for your integrity, I suppose I will just have to trust you. And you will have to trust my assurances that you won't find a buyer outside of my contact. Sure, why not? Let's do it. He claps his hands together. Excellent! Now deliver this package to a man named Gareth at the Goose and Fox in Copper Lane. He will know what to do with it. He slips a bag of pebbly seeds into your hand. Return to me when you are done, and I shall see to your payment.
How do you do?
Farewell.
I'm on the trail.
I can get it to spill its secrets.
That's probably a faster exit to reach. Looks like it's just a bunch of running back and forth to start with. Psst! Over here, miss. Sure. A young boy watches the passer-by and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt, but except for the grass stains, his clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick, furtive effort to pocket his coins. Hey, miss, want to know a secret? He wipes his nose with a sleeve. I know a real good secret. Looks like we got a little hustler here. Someone raised this kid right. Really, what is it? He shrugs and clasps his hands behind his back, kicking a loose pebble. I just saw folks hiding some really neat things. I could show you where, but Mom and Dad told me not to talk to strangers. His eyes slowly roll up at you. Maybe you could help me with something. Then we wouldn't be strangers. Alright, help you with what? Gordy's voice suddenly rises in pitch and tempo. The Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. He stops long enough to catch his breath. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the expedition hall, and he has a dagger made of real March steel. His eyes grow large and round. He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid, and kids don't know anything about daggers. But that's not true. I know lots about daggers. I know about the different kinds of steel, and how the Crucible Knights make them in a forge. I know that the tip can pierce low-gauge scale armor. That one that's good and sharp can cut through bone. See, I know plenty about daggers, and I really, really want this one. And if you could just get it for me, I promise I'll never ask anyone for anything ever again. In Masuk, we begin training our daughters with a hunting knife as soon as they can talk. Many can field just a hare before their 10th birthday. She frowns. Wouldn't trust this kid with a butter knife. I mean, you are too young to play with knives. I'm sure your parents told you that, or you wouldn't be asking me. But if I'm going to be a real warrior, I have to start training young, just like the heroes in the stories. I just know I was a great warrior in a previous life. My mom even says I have an old soul. Well, there's no benefit to doing nothing, so fine, I'll help you. Gordy jumps up and down, whooping and hollering. I knew a real adventurer would understand. He points to a large building. There's a big merchant over by Admin's Den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. I'll wait right here for you. His gap-toothed grin stretches from ear to ear. I wonder if that count. Oh, it expires in 2 days, not 2 turns. It has a duration of 2 turns. So I've got 2 days. I should hopefully be able to recruit Pelagina in without too much concern. Though I should not delay myself. I often think that time only meaningfully passes when traveling and resting in this game, but just regular walking around in combat, time passes fairly quick too. I don't know exactly how long. Should look that up at some point. Man skulks near the bar. He seems like he's trying to blend in with the wood paneling, and he watches the other patrons out of the corner of his eye. He gives you a quick nod as you approach. Rosano has a delivery for you. He glances around and snatches the pouch from you. Keep your voice down, will you? The Doemenels have spies everywhere. He tucks the pouch away. You tell Rosano this is the last time I'm buying from him. This is getting too dangerous for me. What do the Doemenels have to do with this? You have no idea, do you? Let's just say that the Doemenels have exclusive rights to trade certain merchandise within the city. Rosano likes to make some extra coin from time to time by dealing in the same merchandise, undercutting the competition, he says. Did I just do something illegal? No, he grins weakly. Tell me what was in that pouch. Bitter squash seeds. They interrupt pregnancies. Even though they're not exactly illegal, many folks nowadays prefer them to the risk of holoborn, or celibacy. He pulls a wry frown. Okay, are we done? Yeah, we're done. Now get out of here before... A woman swaggers in, her polished boots thwacking the floor with slow, deliberate steps. A crooked sneer warps her smooth face. Gareth, I'm hurt. You promised to buy only from me. What's a girl to think? Gareth bows, his knees knocking together. Please, my lady, I was just explaining that I don't do business with anyone else. Except this one last time, right? Dana crosses her arms and rocks back on her heels. There's always one more deal, until you run out of credit, that is. Dana turns and regards you, looking you up and down. And just who are you? You don't exactly look like a seed dealer. Aloth glances at Gareth. I think that's a compliment. I'm no one to be trifled with. Her grin widens. I just might have a use for someone like you. Rosano put you up to this, didn't he? That old fool's on a sinking ship, and he's determined to drag anyone who gets close enough down with him. She eyes the trembling Gareth. Gareth here knew better, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I'll also give you a chance to get even with that imbecile who's been playing us both. She narrows her eyes. What do you say to killing Rosano? Now why would I want to do that? Why wouldn't you? He's used you to do his dirty work, and without telling you anything about what you were carrying, or who you were crossing. She taps a finger to her jaw, and her voice slows. Of course, I'd consider it a personal favor. And House Doemenel is never stingy with its friends. She glances at Gareth. The loyal ones, anyway. What if I were to kill you instead? I've got a sharp and ready blade here that says you won't. And even if you did, you'd have all of House Doemenel howling for your blood. I guarantee that's not a problem you want. I mean, I'm very tempted to just attack. Don't really remember how this quest goes. I know I have no interest in allying myself with House Doemenel. The only thing that's preventing me from doing so out of hand is I'm not sure if that would be, like, making the whole town go hostile to me, or upsetting the bar, or just in general having a fight in this bar, making it very easy to accidentally kill a bunch of civilians, so... No, I won't do it. She flicks a gloved hand at you. Then scurry back to Verzano and get your payment while you still can. Just make sure you stay out of my way. Suppose I could just hire one of the, like, generated NPCs at the bar to do the quest, assuming it lets you do the quest with randomly generated people like that. But I'd rather wait until I manage to recruit Pelagina.
We got along how brothers do. He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
My own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Tekoa. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
Gods keep you.
Were you able to deliver the package? Yes, but now the Doemenels want you dead. The Doemenels were there. Rosano's eyes fly open and he tugs at his beard. I was so careful. Always followed the Ver Levita. I couldn't have known.
Well, well. Is this your last day among the living, Verzano?
Rosano wrings his hands. Your timing is impeccable. Tala Pelagina. The Doemenels are after me. Please, you've got to stop them.
As if any of this were ever in my hands. The Republic's considered your business worth protecting based on its success. That success depended on cooperation with the locals, like House Doemenel. You've lost that. And the favor of the Dukes.
I'm not going to interrupt.
Even if you get out of this alive, they're done with you. The Dukes have more pressing interest in Defiance Bay than rescuing one merchant who threw himself overboard.
Rosano falls to his knees and clasps his hands together. Have mercy, Pelagina. I don't stand a chance against the Doemenels. He bites a trembling lip. I've brought failure and shame on myself, but you can't mean to watch your countrymen die like a dog.
Verzano, Verzano. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die. You don't seem like the sort to petition the gods to keep him out of hell. So why not cry mercy to the one person in this room with the power to grant it?
She turns her attention to you and raises her feathered eyebrows expectantly. I'd protect him from the Doemenels. Don't want him to die just because he sold some fucking seeds. Pelagina drops her gaze and lightly shakes her head from side to side. Moments later, she turns her eyes to the ceiling in amused disbelief.
Verzano, you have a saint looking out for you after all. Just don't come knocking on the embassy door. Understand?
Rosano replies with a rapid, weak series of nods. Pelagina nods back once, and gives his face a light slap.
Do as you will. He's no longer my concern.
Dana saunters through the door, flanked by a squad of Doemenel foot soldiers. She lets her gloved hand rest on the hilt of her weapon. A sneer curdles her face as she looks at you. It seems I was wrong to overlook your blunder. Rest assured, I never make the same mistake twice. I am not a fan of this positioning. My back...
I'm here.
characters right in the front.
Selmes metum.
Fortunately, they get turns first. Let's see, Dana, Domenel Bruiser, Wizard, Bruiser, Bruiser. Let's always kill the wizard.
Hmm?
Aye? Hey.
Well, it seems to me like they had enough guards to have a decent chance against Dana's crew regardless.
What? Following your lead. Your tail.
Lavaru, beyond seek.
Bruiser's casting a priest spell. How irritating.
Aye?
What? Let's.
Ready, Watcher. After him,
Hmm?
How may I help?
Always fun watching them explode.
Let's.
Following your lead. Croak 10.
after him.
What?
Oh, good.
Let's burn this away.
Hey. I shall Hey.
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow.
Yes.
He wipes the sheen from his forehead and looks around the warehouse with the wide, fearful eyes of a hunted animal. I can't thank you enough, Emika. But this won't stop the Doemenels for long. I've got to get out of here, and I recommend that you do too. He gives you a bag of coin with shaking hands. That's all I have after this ill-fated adventure. Thank you again, and please, look out for yourself. He also gave me an item called Forgiveness. Which appears to be a unique pistol. With bonus attack speed, that's not half bad. Pistols are just kind of one of the worst weapon types in the game, I feel, overall. Certainly when making this character, I heavily considered trying to be an arquebus-focused character, as I like the idea of them. But pistols are just kind of weak, like, low range for a ranged weapon. Very little interrupt. Good damage, and they pierce some DR. That's a veil piercing, which I'm not 100%. I think that means they're better against, like, ghosts and the like. And against certain wizard buffs, which would be kind of nice. But yeah, overall. What there should be is you should be able to use a shield with a pistol. I think that would have been interesting. Might have made them actually a bit more compelling. Or dual-wielded. Obviously, a dual-wielding pistols would be fun. Probably not good, but fun. Give Aloth this rapier. And then we'll head back to First Fires, I think. Oh, no, she's right here. I thought I'd have to go to First Fires to talk to her.
Ah, it's done then. Versano plays with fire and someone else always pays the price for it. Your charity is more than he deserves. Still, at least I don't have to deal with him anymore. For that, I'm grateful. Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests, but lately I think our gaze has been too narrow. You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out. If you're interested in doing some work for us. Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Good. Maybe I can finally do something more worthwhile than playing nanny to merchants. The embassy is up in First Fires, southwest of the Ducal Palace.
Alrighty.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine.
Naturally, getting rid of Durant, as he's not
I'm ready.
really worked for me. I just do not know
Certainly.
priest spells or like
I'm
using
ready.
priest spells. Let's see. Start with, we'll give her that pistol we just got for a ranged option. She's currently using a great sword. Actually, we're going to give it Aloth that dagger and give her the rapier, as I would rather have her have a shield. Really hope I find some magical shields soon. And of course we need to level her up.
I'm ready.
See, Durance was all in on athletics. Definitely want one survival. So we've booted him, but Edar is also mostly all in on athletics. We don't need to focus on that too much. In fact, I think we will end up leveling her more or less the same as Edar, a mixture of lore and athletics, since she has some lore by default and some athletics by default, and they're both good. Everyone wants 1 point of survival just so I can get some sort of bonus when I have to rest in the wild. More damage on her twice per encounter ability. Just bonus to deflection and defenses. Allies get faster attack when she uses her twice. I mean, obviously it's the bonus on all deflection and defenses. Once again, the auras have the problem being such annoyingly small radius that I don't really care for them. But it'd also be a fool not to pick one of them at least, so I'll grab the damage reduction one. I think it affects her as well, right? Fills the paladin and his or her allies. Yeah, okay, good. Just more damage reduction. Now she's at the state. Could just go straight in on grabbing Noble and make her fully focused on rapiers. I really haven't chosen a weapon type for her, but I think it makes more sense first to go with weapon and shield style. Both for more durability. I'm going to have her with a shield, I think, pretty much always, and if I ever decide not to, I'll respec, I guess. But also because I haven't found a great one-handed weapon I want her to use yet, so I'll maybe find one before she gets another talent. She might already have another talent. Nah, that's level 4, so she will have another talent at 6. Just a permanent bonus against one target per encounter. That's potentially really good, especially against boss fights. I'm certainly tempted to grab Lay on Hands, especially since I booted Durant, who is my only real healing other than Canna, who's pretty unreliable at it. Twice per encounter, a pretty potent one-target heal is nice. Whenever the paladin downs an enemy, make allies more defensive. I don't think she's likely to be last hitting a lot of things. I'm sure it'll happen occasionally, but... yeah, it's definitely between Lay on Hands and Sworn Enemy. I think Lay on Hands is more likely to prevent a party wipe than her doing a little bit more damage to a target. Make it even better. Oh, my health value is 90, is already a full heal for anyone who isn't at 1, basically. Anyone who's got at least a little bit of health left. So I could dive into grabbing a weapon focus. Or I could just grab that. 15% of hits to crits with one-handed melee weapons. Like, if I'm certain she's going to be using one-handed melee weapons... Conversely, just say screw it. Yeah, an extra 5 deflection. She doesn't need to hit people, she just needs to survive. Let's see. Do I have anything else I can put on her? Guess I might as well give her this, though. Hopefully she'll find something better soon. And then... before I do that...
Gods keep you.
Yeah. Want to
Farewell.
grab Durant and futz with his gear. Take anything on the... yeah. Like that. And you can keep the Defiancer. Okay, he didn't rot. He did not have much.
Hail, traveler.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine.
Ready, Watcher.
What was that? Oops. Okay, good. Then we will send Jorant, assigned on Bound and Buried. Superstitious folk near Road's End have been acting on a rumor that the hair of a dead virgin that was bound and buried alive can cure the hair of a dead virgin that was bound and buried alive can cure Hollowborn. Not only has it resulted in horrific attacks against young women, but unscrupulous merchants have taken to selling bits of hair to those who don't have the stomach to perform the act themselves. Road's End's loyal thanes have assigned agents to root out the problem, but they've had little success. Honestly, that does seem like a decent job for Durant. He would not fuck around. Okay, so I gave her a bunch of lore. I might as well drop some scrolls on her. I don't know how useful +2 athletics is.
Hail, traveler.
Certainly.
Alright, let's see then. Go up to the marketplace. I got some money to spend. Are you selling any daggers made of March steel? March steel? I wish I had some to sell you, but alas, I do not. Look for Egerin, the weaponsmith. He is the Almao over there. He often has a robust selection. Best to ask him. Yeah, show me your wares. What have you got? Right, you're the one who just pretty much just sells traps. So sell the junk we got from those Doemenels. It's just occurring to me now that I didn't even look at what armor Pelagina's wearing. A unique breastplate, Pelagina's breastplate. Bonus armor damage reduction when under 25% health. Nice in theory, but kind of don't want to be under 25% health, and there's always a high chance that anything that would put you under 25% health also puts you well past that, straight into dead. So
Good
not
day,
reliable.
stranger.
I'm looking for a particular dagger made of March steel. Oh, just like the Crucible Knights use. Let me guess. You've been talking to that kid, right? He laughs and shakes his head. I'd be tempted to sell it to you anyways and let the little rascal learn his lesson, but a pack of adventurers already took it off my hand. Oh, and where did they head off to? Oh, folk like that only visit Copperlane to crew it up at Aldmouth's Den Expedition Hall or down a pint at the Goose and Fox. And since they weren't headed into the den, well, you've got my guess, Bess. Best guess. Alright, let's see what you got for sale. Warhammers do feel kind of paladin-y. +1 enemies engaged is nice, though I think that's a relatively common affix. I don't like making decisions on very little info. I'll leave it as it is for now. Save my money and head back to that beach probably soon and buy the soulbound hat that's for sale there so I can start upgrading that.
Mercenaries. All fancy weapons and no skill.
A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that the Bind's giant slayers run things around here, and you'll be fine. Never heard of him. His eyes narrow. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay, and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, but there's a reason the giant slayers got the lion's share. Remember that. A voice bellows across the hall. Enough jabber, Bind. You gonna do the job or talk about it? His jaw tightens. Winnan's right. Coin ain't gonna collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin towards the door. See you around, pup.
Yes.
Ready, Watcher.
And just some books.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
Guess I'm looking for work, why not?
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Alright. I'd avoided this area earlier out of fear that doing anything here would lock me into the dozens, but I've now done some quests for or a quest for the Crucible Knights, and it hasn't locked me in there, so it probably doesn't. I'm certainly not going to bother with the Doemenels.
It's done.
Oh my. Well, they didn't seem to mind that I unlocked it.
Ready, Watcher.
That's good. Because they definitely saw. Barely worth the risk. Was this Osric?
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
I'm looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wherein. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Although, he sizes you up, I do have something that needs done. Something that requires, he glances sidelong at an adventurer flailing away helplessly at a dummy. Competence. What do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
What is this armor?
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
I'll see what I can do, I guess.
And then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
He leans closer. I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Andra's Gift, right after having his soul lineage read by a cipher in Dunwood Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me. Having his soul lineage read?
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Sagani scratches the back of her neck. If generations of Masuk traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, past like that has to count for something. Tell me about the expedition hall. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. Sponsors put up money, hire adventurers to explore the wilds, looking for ruins mostly. If they come back alive, they split the spoils. If not, it's because they handle their weapons like this lot in front of me, who might as well be digging their own graves right now. Alright, farewell.
Hail, traveler.
The woman looks up from polishing a dagger. Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? She raises an eyebrow. Or are you betting on one? Can I buy anything? I'm afraid not. See, the doesn't only do business with me so long as I only do business with them, and they're good customers. She jerks her thumb at the door. But if you get on Osric's good side, he could make an exception for you. He's probably training some of the new recruits right now. Tell me about the expeditions. They're groups of adventurers that venture into the wilderness. More than a few of them try their luck scouring the ruins. Most of them come back empty-handed, if they come back at all. Betting on them is almost as risky as actually going, but that's how the expeditions get funded. Every once in a while, one of the adventuring companies will strike it big and make a fortune for their backers. How long have you worked here? She leans on the countertop and drums her fingers. Oh, a few years. I got in the minute the last merchants cleared out. She nods towards the main area of the hall. They've got new expeditions venturing out every week, so this is a great place to do business. And the dozens make loyal friends and loyal customers, so long as you stick by them. He taps the counter. The vendor who was here before me, they ran him out when he sold his best helms to a pair of Crucible Knights. I've been careful not to make that same mistake. Farewell.
Slow and silent.
How may I help?
Ready, Watcher.
Yes? Indeed.
The work of a moment.
Nice and...
I can get it to spill its secrets. I can get it to spill its secrets. It's done.
This map marks areas of geological activity in the Deerwood and Airglen Fath. Of note is a description of a cavern where molten rock flows within a deep chasm. Oh yeah, it's a quest item. Not for a quest I have, but maybe it'll make for a quick and efficiently done quest at some point. Alright, let's... Oh.
The world has not given your kind much reason to hope.
You get to a certain point and you realize you got two options. You can go mad with grief and tear out all your hair and check yourself into the sanitarium. Or you can wait for better days.
Well, feathers in my case. But I understand your point.
Wish it wasn't so easy to miss those dialogues if you just pan the camera away after zoning in, which seems like the intuitive thing to do most of the time.
I'm ready.
Gods keep you.
Back again, I see. Did you buy a Marchsteel dagger from Igrun? He displays the blade on a flat palm. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know of any more circulating the city, outside the steel of in the Crucible Keep, of course. How much to take it off your hands? He turns the blade and light admiring it. Seeing as how there's a sudden demand for this one, 100 pans seems fair. Oh, is a pan a copper? Or is it some multiple of coppers? Like, I think the golds are 6, so that would be 6 grand if it's gold. But I just don't know. And I don't see any way to tell in this dialogue. I happily pay 100 copper. I mean, I guess 600 even is at the worst. I mean, or could the gold be 12? That'd be quite a bit. Whatever. Here you go. 100 copper. Okay, that was not much at all. Yeah, it just says currency when I hover over it here. Very helpful. And it apparently doesn't exist here. Must be a quest item. Yeah. What was he around here, I think? Yeah. Did you get it? Did you get it? Do you have the dagger? Can I see it? Yeah, I've got the dagger right here. So sharp. Well, deal's a deal. Here you go. Gonna be just like the Crucible Knights. He saws and chops at the air. He flips the weapon into the air and grabs at the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in the process. His eyes dart away from yours as he sheathes the dagger. So, what that secret? Gordy puts his hands up to his mouth and whispers loudly. I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as a Marchsteel dagger, though. Great secret, I already do that. Tell me something else. He scratches his head and wrinkles his brow. Sometimes my dad goes to Andre's gift without telling my mom. Some place called the Salty Mast. Hopefully he is one of the ones that goes there just to talk about his feelings. God, why would I do that? What a dick move. Yeah, thanks for telling me that, Gordy. Bye. Oh, no quest experience. While I'm here, let's go talk to Eorn. Now that we know he's to be arrested, we can probably say more than 2 words to him. I do like the game lets you look at the map while moving like this. A lot of games pause when you go to the map. Of course, even better would be if the game just had a mini-map in the corner. Anything else I can do for you? The Crucible Knights have put a heavy price on your head. Eorn's mouth falls open, and his eyes widen. After a few moments, he turns away, his brows furrowed. I thought they'd want to keep things quiet, at least. Didn't think they would. Eorn sighs heavily. Very well, it's true. I've been hiding from the knights down here, but it isn't what you think. He ducks his head. It was an accident. It's been hard for me here in Defiance Bay. I suppose I thought if I got involved in a city business, if I made the right friends, it would get easier in time. And it did, really. I made a name for myself, a place. People actually listen to me when I talk. Well, they used to. People can get very passionate about these things. We were discussing, I think it was shipping agreements of all things to fight over. But this one night, this man, he got very angry. I think maybe he'd had a little too much at the inn. Eorn pauses, and I guess he didn't like an Orlan talking back at him. I struck him. He came towards me, and I hit him, and he went over like a tree. I guess he struck his head on the way down. Eorn lowers his gaze and shrugs helplessly. Turns out, he was a knight. The Crucible Knights won't care how it happened. They just want me gone. They won't let me live long enough to see the rope. Please, he looks at you with pleading expression. I just want to get out of the city. The second I can get money for passage, I won't trouble anyone again, I swear it. I'll live quietly. But you can't tell them I'm here. Give 300 CP. Here, that should be enough to buy you passage out of Defiance Bay. Eorn stares at you in disbelief, but this is... His face twists as he struggles for words. They said you were a kind soul, but I wouldn't have imagined. This'll see me out of the city and well away. I'm not sure I could ever thank you enough, but here, take this. I hope it's of some use to you on your journey. You have my lasting gratitude, friend. I should get away. I should get ready. Taxes collected. Lost 266 to bandits, earned 148. I'm rapidly depleting my store of money. 0.1 to crit damage multiplier. Well, I crit the most, though I'll crit ever so slightly less without my minor gauntlets of accuracy. I still think I'm going to do it. I'll give the accuracy to Pelagina, because I doubt she's a particularly accurate fighter. She's got 49. He's already got gloves. Alright, those ones. There we go. Yeah, I've got Dex on Sagani. Suppose I could have given them to Canna, the plus to accuracy. I don't know if that plus to accuracy counts for spells, but if it does, then it would probably count for songs, and that's kind of useful, although the songs seem to hit most of the time regardless. Again, I have no idea how I missed these things when I'm going through the first time. I feel like I'm thorough, and it makes me think that sometimes corpses just don't appear correctly until after I've, like, reloaded the area. Well, I've got so many things to do now. I'm running out of ideas of which to do first. I couldn't do that because I need to make a name for myself more. I don't know what my reputations look like now. Faintly good in Defiance Bay. I imagine it probably needs to be moderately or better. I'm a terror to the House of Doemenels. Overwhelmingly bad. Wonder if it's possible to kill all of those things and still be peaceful with the Doemenels. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll go do what Pelagina asked and talk to the people at the Vilean embassy.
Do you living in the Deerwood, Eder?
No, not these days. Parents left the country years back during the purges. I think about them a lot.
It's a shame you and your family suffered, even after the Saints' War ended. You Deerwoodens certainly have a knack for holding on to old grudges. Ambassador Agosti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Sighing as though remembering some heavy burden, Vicente crosses his arms before replying. Pelagina, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. I'll remain silent. It's not my place to talk about.
Ambassador, I implore you to take a step back and look at this again.
Ambassador Agosti holds up his hands and cuts Pelagina off in a strident tone. Enough. We're not going over Defiance Bay's animancers again. The Duke's Bell's desires have not changed since the last time we spoke. If you haven't heard, word of your insubordination has already found the ears of the Duchessa of Biageppa and the Duke of Salona. There are murmurs that you cannot be trusted to fulfill your duties. Must this talk reach the shores of Sparento? Pelagina's aggressive demeanor drains to a state of shock and worry, but she remains silent. If it makes any difference, Ambassador, I'm already looking into the matters Pelagina has spoken of. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took you to Twin Elms, because that's where Pelagina needs to go.
What is it the Dukes need of me, Ambassador?
The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Glenfath. We will need to meet with the Glanfathans soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The road to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative there.
Echosi, Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodens? Their country is falling apart, and we're already dividing up their trade alliances.
Provoke them into what? Going to war? Through no fault of the Republic's, the Deerwood's armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Redsarans will. I'll say nothing.
Really? After that, you have nothing to say.
Pelagina looks at you incredulously, her mouth slightly open in disbelief. I will shrug, I suppose. I kind of wish that, with her being disappointed in me, it gave me the previous two options to choose from again, but I guess not. Pelagina raises an eyebrow and clenches her jaw, but remains silent. Pelagina, Pelagina, he shakes his head. Go to Twin Elms, speak to the Eleventh, impress upon her the instability of the Deerwood, and reassure her of the Vilean Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
The ambassador nods and smiles paternally. He then looks to you. I know you planned on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Pelagina's responsibilities. Of course, Ambassador. We all have our duties to attend to. Pelagina narrows her eyes in annoyance, but Vincent beams. Excellent. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Jeez, I don't think I made Pelagina happy with me there.
Could have gone better. Could have gone worse. Not that you helped put up much of a fight.
I think you're in the right. I actually have no idea what she's in the right or in the wrong about. I feel like I was just left completely out of the loop. Unless I just glossed over something or did the thing where I read a thing out loud and then don't process it as I do so. I think you're in the right, but I didn't want to make the ambassador any angrier.
Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the ambassador loses his patience.
She pauses in thought. Still, I fear the making of this deal with the Glanfadhans will further weaken the Deerwood and make trouble for the Republics in the years to come. There's absolutely no chance I can do anything even vaguely resembling that accent. Every time I try, I feel like I just get all mush-mouthed. Well, follow your heart. Do what you believe will be best for the Republics.
I wish I knew.
Let's head back to the gift, I guess. There's definitely stuff to do here.
Now here's something.
Hidden item. Eh. Oh, so many load screens for such small little screens. A youngish elven man squints at you in surprise. You can't just barge into somebody's home like this. Who do you think you are? Who are you? The elf who lives here. Now get out. That makes sense. Are you here about my boy? The woman looks like she hasn't slept in days. Her hair is a rat's nest of tangles, and her eyes are lined with shadows. She casts an anxious glance at the door. Her eyes widen, somewhere between hope and apprehension. Are you here about Darren? No, but if it's something I can help with, I will. It's my son. His father Wade took him fishing 2 days ago. I haven't seen them since. The neighbors are no help, and the city watch hardly bothers with the gift these days. I'd be out on the docks looking myself, but I can't leave the baby. Her eyes wander to a crib, and she lowers her voice. I don't dare take a Hollowborn out, what with the violence near the brothel. Tell me more about the disappearances. What do you want to know? Tell me about Darren. The ghost of a smile flickers across her lips. He's a brave lad, if a little too bold for his own good, but he's always been a dutiful son and a gentle brother. got dark hair, quick eyes, and a ready smile. When you find him, you'll recognize him in a heartbeat. I'm sure of it. Okay, and what about weed? She scowls and brushes a greasy strand of hair from her face. Sometimes I don't know whether to rejoice or rue that he comes home as often as he does. He spends most of his time and all of our money drinking at the brothel. Has ever since. Her gaze returns to the silent cradle. Where did you see them last? Wade was taking Darren fishing at the docks. That was 2 days ago. Okay, I'll come back if I hear anything. I don't know how to thank you. I don't have much to spare these days, but Andra bless you for anything you can do. No point interrogating her about the hollow-born child. That's an impossible situation to deal with. Grab his purse and go. The man's fancy clothes are ripped and blood flows from a fresh cut above his eye. He tries to push himself up, but his arm is shaking. He winces painfully. I'll help him up. Thank you, he gasps as he rises. My head. What happened? He carefully dabs at the bloody nose with a silk handkerchief. I was just on my way to the club. He slowly stretches out one leg, grimacing at his scraped knee. It's a rough part of town, but the rabble's never been violent. Even a night with Ikali isn't worth this. He limps away.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing. Overfried cod, watered ale, and prostitution. A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
I hope you aren't expecting to find the leaden key in here.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
I just had to give virtually everyone a comment when you entered here. Only Pelagina didn't. I wonder what Durance would have had to say.
Greetings.
The Aomama woman watches you suspiciously. One hand is tensed at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly smile. A friendly, if wary, smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble, are you? Oh yeah, there's the quest with Sorrel. What kind of trouble are you having? A frown ripples across her blue facial markings. The kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have taken to harassing my hard-working boys and girls, and our customers. They started showing up after that rash of Hollowborn, and they've been driving away my regulars. She looks you up and down, scratching her chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in places like the Gift, but word is, you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Avier to bother with us commoners, and I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. Tell me how I can help. Maya draws you closer. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me these aren't random incidents. She places one large finger on your chest. You put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a real nice way to say thank you. She winks. Got me? I'd rather go chat up the guard with the wide hips, personally, but we ought to stop her people getting thrashed at least. I'll see what I can find. Well, and here's Wade. Wade's eyes are red-rimmed and unfocused. He stares into a filthy mug as if searching for something. He shivers and takes another drink. Tap Wade on the shoulder. His eyes are filled with shame and self-loathing. What do you want from me? I heard about Darren. You okay? Wade turns his mugs in his hands. No, not at all. I was taking the boy fishing. and I just wanted to stop on the way for a drink. A quick one. So I told him to wait for me outside. I only meant to stay a few minutes, but by the time I came out, he was gone. And you sit here still? She snorts. He stares at his mug again and takes a quick drink. I don't know what I'm going to tell Ada. Well, I'm going to go look for him anyway. Wade turns back to his drink and takes a long gulp. Explore this place later. Let's deal with at least a couple of these quests. Harassing thugs. What have we here? Another tourist in the gift? He nods to his shifty-eyed companions. Let's give her a proper welcome. Let's try and talk this through. He trusts his sharpened blade and smiles. I'm afraid you're missing the point, friend. Well, your funeral.
Yes.
How may I help?
Let's
Hey.
I'm ready.
Ready, Watcher.
They knocked down E2Mac. Was trying to figure out who he was engaged with.
After him.
No one, it turns out.
Yes?
Let's
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead.
Yes.
Oh, that's a low hit for her.
I'm ready. Permet con...
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow.
Aye?
I'm here. Got an arrow.
I'm ready.
The action.
Aye?
These are.
Key. Guess I have to find what that key goes with. Oh, Doemenel thugs. I wonder if they're going to attack me as I try to cross this bridge. Making quite a name for yourself with the Doemenels. Pity that it isn't the kind of impression you should be making. Ah, yes, the wonky pathfinding when you've got a bottleneck that technically has a way around, making them run all over the bloody map.
I shall deal.
Hey,
I'm ready.
No, no, no. Alright. Send out your pistol.
Permet
Yes?
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead. Following your lead. Roak 10!
Maybe that'll lure the ones that ran all the way around back, so I don't have to wait for them to cover the entire map.
Aye? I shall deal.
Ready, Watcher.
If not, thinning them out
My
should
boat.
start to.
Oh?
hey.
Ready, Watcher. My bow's...
Aye? I shall deal.
Even more reputation loss with the Doemenels, so if it wasn't inescapably bad before, it certainly will be now.
Yes?
I'm ready.
Now I'm just waiting for these question mark people to return to me.
Yes?
Ready, Watcher.
I'm ready.
Following your lead.
I'm ready.
How may I help?
Following your lead.
I'm ready.
Yes.
There's one.
Following your lead. Roak 10!
My bow's...
I'm ready. Permet
Hey. Leave it to me!
Aye?
Let's hop!
And there's the other. Oh, nice of them to just drop money rather than a bunch of junk I need to sell.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Good day, stranger.
An old man paces the dock and looks out over the water. He's fussing over something large and round, which he constantly shifts from one hand to the other. You're not certain whether his wide-eyed, gape-mouthed expression marks surprise or fear. It seems he isn't either. You, don't look like a guard. He examines you and your equipment more closely. Say, you wouldn't be interested in making some coppers, would you? He shows you the object in his hand. It's a large round opal, with Engwithan runes carved into it. It glistens with his sweat. See the ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Have you seen a boy named Darren around here? I see him near every time I'm at port. He nods at the half-sunken boat. He's the one who found the opal. Good kid, despite that loafer of a father. Any idea where Darren could be now? He frowns. The boy loves the ships. He's probably playing pirates with the sailors if he hasn't stowed away with the cargo. Thank you for the information. You see that lad, you tell him that old Imadel remembers the deal. I owe him a basket of mussels before finding that opal. Anything else you need? Tell me about the missing cargo. He licks his lips. We started in Cold Morn, and we're making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went. Business as usual. Give me the short version. We picked up some crates from Clab and Ralag. Suits of armor and a broken scepter is what I heard. We were almost to Defiance Bay when the armor came to life and slaughtered everyone in the hold. He avoids your gaze, so I locked the hatch. He rolls the stone between his hands. I'm just a deckhand, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best I could, but I hit rocks as we were passing Brackenbury. Barely made it to Andra's Gift before I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. I'd given up on the cargo, not to mention the payday, when one of the lads pulled this up in his nets. He shows you the opal again. It's part of that scepter. From what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I'd bet you anything they're somewhere in the shallows too. If anyone could find them, there'd be profit to follow. Now, what happens if I find them? You find the missing pieces of the artifact, and I've got an animancer friend from my expedition days who'll fund you a stack of coppers. He scratches his beard. All I want out of this is a few hundred pans for my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, I'll give you this stone, and then the name of my contact once you have everything else. Imadel regards the opal again. Seeing as the kid dredged this stone up with his net, I wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during low tide. Okie dokie, I'll take a look when I can. Oh, here's where my key goes.
Welcome.
Afrey wears a defiant expression in a sturdy yet battered suit of armor. He seems to bear each scratch and ding with pride. You don't look like one of the knights. Can I help you with something? I'm here about the trouble at the Salty Mast. Ordinary Kith are angry, as they should be with that crooked Almawa toadying up to the nobles, she sneers. She's using the tragedy of Widewind's legacy to line her pockets. She's no better than the Aediran overlords we drove out 200 years ago. People around here know you to be an honest broker. Maya's made it so only the rich can afford her establishment, yet she sits in the poorest district of Defiance Bay. How's that fair? We've taken matters into our own hands, but she's the real criminal here. Why don't you tell her to back down? When you're just randomly assaulting people in the streets, that has to stop. Afrey looks to her compatriots. I'm sorry you see it that way. I'm all for the plight of the poor, but a brothel isn't exactly essential services. I haven't gotten a stun yet today with that.
Hi?
How is he not flanked?
Oh. I shall
I'm ready.
Oh, I forgot she was still using that.
Yes? Your tail ends here!
Swing and a miss.
Hey.
Hi? I shall...
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow.
Following your lead. Proactive!
Ready, Watcher. My bow's...
Ooh, bad shots from the Phantom.
Aye? These are...
Hey,
I'm ready.
Following your lead.
Ready, Watcher. After him.
Oh?
Yes? I shall do...
Ready, Watcher. My bow's...
I'm ready.
hey.
Parathis!
Following your lead. Your...
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow.
Mercy. Ifrit staggers back, barely on her feet. Please. Alright, I'll take you prisoner. She nods, her head lolling. Oh, bound and buried complete. Durance returns to the stronghold with 771 experience. Superstitious folk acting on a rumor. I already read that bit. Though Durance was unable to find the source of the rumors plaguing Road's End and the surrounding earldom of Hell's Gate, the local authorities assisted in breaking up mods, punishing would-be murderers, and preventing more young women from being buried alive. A particularly large and violent mob at Kellhill Cemetery required Durance to rally the local soldiers and put down the primary troublemakers. On the body of the biggest belligerent, Durance found an odd magical rope that he intended to use on the local woman. A wizard advisor of the Earla of Hell's Gate suspected that the rope had been created by the same person responsible for spreading the rumors and inciting the attacks in the first place. Ah. A belt that gives +2 constitution, but anytime you get hit, you get inflicted with stuck for 1 turn. Weird. Can't see using that unless I had somebody that was immune to stuck. Kind of a shame I don't get to loot Aphra after taking her prisoner, considering the dialogue made specific mention of her armor appearing to be interesting in some way. Might have been magical armor that I've just screwed myself out of by showing her mercy. Okay. What's this? Nothing. Oh.
Slowly now.
Ready, Watcher.
Some random backer NPCs in a house. Barely any loot. Very much worth the load screen. Has the tide gone down? They implied it would once day rose, and day appears to have risen. Go do Immatal's quest, perhaps? Yeah.
Be cautious. Become.
Rain Blight. And an animat.
Yes.
Ready,
Ah,
Roger.
crap. Immune to piercing.
Got it.
Also immune to the hobbled. And not the damage over time, at least. Ooh, boy. That's a big one.
Yes? Ah, word and rough!
Ooh.
I'm ready.
Freros, Ceres!
Yes? Selmes metu. Your tale ends here!
Spot on.
Well, vulnerable to fear, at least. Even if I don't have duration worth a damn. Let's see. I really hope the Zadra animats aren't also immune to piercing. Oh, good. I thought there was a good chance they might be, but that's very lucky.
Ready, Watcher.
Means Chie won't be near useless, at least.
Aye? Aztec worth and wrath! That's it!
I'm ready.
Ah, that delay in motion does not last long, at least not on a graze. Why is Eder not getting turns? I'll have to lay on hands him.
Freros, Ceres!
Oh, yeah, I hit for 3 damage. I thought it said immune. Oh, okay, it's immune to it's immune to like poison that they also do.
Roak 10!
Ready, Watcher. My bow's ready.
Yes.
Decent crit.
I'm ready.
Yes? Aztec worth and wrath!
Oh, good. Eder finally got a turn.
Ready, Watcher. After him, Ishmak!
I missed the big one.
Yes?
Rain bite. Rain blights are immune to lightning. That kind of makes sense.
Ready, Watcher. My bow's ready.
I don't know what's healing it. I definitely had it further
We've lost someone.
close to dead. Oh, he's not immune to the stun. That's nice. unfortunately, is just about to get a turn, so that'll dispel it. And it won't be able to take excellent advantage of the huge penalty to armor it gives him.
Aye.
Oof, one down.
Yes.
Finish them!
Nice, got the stun.
I'm ready. For the Republics!
After him, Ishmak!
Hey,
Following your...
That's good.
Let's end this!
A lot of damage in the first round of this fight, but it seems to be not too dangerous now that
Let's
it's
have it out!
done with their opening volleys.
Ready, Watcher. After him, Ishmak!
I'm ready. The Arches Vox Converan!
Following your...
I mean, that hurts.
Proactive!
Ready, Watcher. After him, Ishmak!
How may I help?
hey.
Leave it to me!
I'm ready.
Thing's got massive damage reduction. Seems like.
The Arches Vox Converan!
TR 32.5 for Pierce. Yeesh.
Ready, Watcher. My bow's ready.
Aye? Let's have it out!
I'm ready. The Arches Vox Converan!
Oh, still able to get it killed. Medium shield, 12 deflection, -4 accuracy. Anguithin shield is also a medium shield, but 10 deflection, -10 accuracy. It's just a substantially worse shield. Interesting. I wonder if the dagger is also worse. I don't think I have a direct comparison. Oh, yes. 14 to 21, 14 to 21, +5 accuracy, +5. They appear to be identical. And one of the pieces of the scepter.
I'm on the trail.
Another piece. Thought for sure there'd be a fight at each of them. Oh, there's a fight down here. Hold on. Ah. 13 out of 25 left for that. How about you? It only is 45.
Ready, Watcher.
Ah, I was hoping there wouldn't be one of the big ones down
How
here.
may I help? Aztec worth and wrath!
Oh, that one's wielding a
I'm
ranged
ready.
weapon.
For the Republics!
Following your lead. Way sail, Mason. Let's end this!
Ready, Watcher. Let's get a good shot with this.
I'm ready. Viaces vox converano.
After him, Ichimok.
Following your lead. Proactive!
The Animat casts the heal spell, okay. Good to know.
I'm ready.
I'm here. My bow's ready.
Yes.
How may I help?
I shall deal with this one.
Following your lead. Let's end this!
I'm here. Got an arrow for this one.
I'm ready.
And more heals. Irritating at it, almost dead.
Yes?
I shall deal with this one.
Hey,
Leave it to me!
Ready, what? Got an arrow for this one.
I'm ready. For the Republics!
Following your lead. Proactive!
Got an arrow for this one.
Yes?
These ones are in for a walloping!
Viaces vox converano.
I'm here. After him, Ichimok.
hey. You're not getting through me.
Following your lead. Proactive!
I'm ready. Viaces vox converano.
Yes?
These ones are in for a walloping!
Got an arrow for this one.
I'm ready. Viaces vox converano.
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow for this one.
Yes?
These ones are in for a walloping!
Let's end this!
Verathis!
Yes.
I'm ready. Permet consuelias.
I'm here. Got an arrow for this one.
Following your lead. Proactive!
These ones are in for a walloping!
After him, Ichimok.
I'm ready. Viaces vox converano.
Yes?
Let's have it out!
My bow's ready.
Yes. What have we here?
Nice and quiet.
There's some money. And the last piece of that scepter. Excellent. We'll finish exploring the shallows.
Hello? Hello?
What have we here?
A fine stiletto. A young boy's corpse lies at your feet. Half covered in dirt and seaweed, his hands have stiffened around a dagger. A soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside fog. Reach towards the soul. As you reach for the soul, it lashes out. Glowing mist strikes at the air around you. The soul can't touch you, but you feel it burn with a feeble, uncontrolled rage. It's okay. I'm here to help you. The soul flickers. It ripples towards you, timidly at first. As it swirls around you, you experience wonder, fear, and the joy of running between the ships at noon. With a jolt, it pulls you into the streets around the salty mast. Women with painted faces weave between men stumbling in and out of the lamplight. Father's gone in for a drink, just like always. He said he'd only be a few minutes, but it's been hours. The man guarding the door only laughed when you tried to explain this. There's always a back door. In an alley, 2 men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are streaked with tears. She's backed against the wall and looking away. They're inching closer. You step forward. The men barely acknowledge you, but the woman looks at you, a plea in her eyes. You've seen that look in Abused Strays, in your Hollowborn sister. That time Father took her from her splintering cradle and into the filled wash basin. You were brave that day. A knife is in the thug's belt. It's in your hands, and now it's in his thigh. You're small and fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arm, and a muddy boot sails towards your face. Then, everything is muffled by cold, brackish water. The soul retreats from you. It pulses with a question. You did a brave thing. The gods will reward you in the next life. Darren's soul absorbs this thought and ebbs in the ocean. Mists around the dock. As you regain awareness of what's happening around you, you realize that your head is in Pelagina's feathered hands. Her golden eyes are peering into your own, as though she is trying to catch a glimpse of activity lurking in the depths. As she sees your eyes respond, she wobbles your head a little and gives you a light slap. Letting go and stepping back, she regards you with concern. Everything going all right in there? I guess we haven't told Pelagina we're a watcher yet. The young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt and seaweed. His hands have stiffened around a dagger. A soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside fog. You take the dagger. The boy's small hands are rigid in death, but you pry the dagger free. It looks too large and too expensive to have belonged to him. A letter B is carved into the pommel. Interesting decision of my party to split up like this for no reason.
Good day, stranger.
Doemenel rubs a callous thumb over the runes in the opal. Is this about the broken scepter? Yes, I have 3 pieces. His bristled eyebrows rise to a peak. You mean you got past those armored monsters? I don't know how. He shakes his head. Listen, if you're willing, I'll give you this last piece. He holds up the opal, in the name of someone who will buy it. Who will buy it all. All I want is 200 pans for getting the cargo here. Sound fair? Yeah, sure. We've got a deal. He accepts your money and gives you the opal. It's still warm from his hands. You want to go to Brackenberry Sanitarium and find Nans. She'll know more about the artifact, and I know for a fact she's bought them from our crew before. Doemenel gazes out over the water. Anything else you need? Nope. And we saw a thug whose name starts with B over here. Reagan. However, I am going to end the session here. I've been looking for a good time to end it for like a half hour, but it feels like everything I do is just piecemeal bits of a quest that inevitably starts yet another quest while I'm in the middle of it. So I've got to call it sometime. Thank you for watching and/or listening, and I hope you'll join me in Session 12 next time.